Hi guys, it's still Bank Holiday Monday. Just going to give you a quick tour of my plot and run through what we're going to do and a few plans for the future. Like I said in the previous video, our plans aren't set in stone. The fluid, we go with the flow, and if we've got time, it happens this year. If it doesn't, it happens the following year. Even 3 years down the line, there's still things that I haven't done on Haley's plot that I planned 4 years ago. So there's always projects, plans and excitement about doing them, but life just gets in the way. So I'm going to give you the tour of my plot with our future plans and what we plan to do, and hope you enjoyed the little plot tour and talk, and speak to you shortly. So we'll start on the path as normal, turn this way. So we've got the 3 IBCs here at the moment, so this one still needs to be cleaned out properly because we got them unclean because it keeps the price down. Normally if you get them clean, they're between 45 and 65 pound on marketplace. At the moment you have to get them yourself to bring to site, but with our good friends Tony, sorry, apologise for that, Tony and Dawn, they were getting some, so we gang together, and because we didn't get them cleaned out, we got them for, I think it was £15 each, so that was 6 at £15 each, and the gentleman delivered them as well. But it's a lucky dip what you get, and inside them, some of them really stink because the food waste that they've had in them, it can be anything from chicken guts to vegetable oil, anything like that. So you do have to be prepared for bad smells. This one is had washing up liquid and some bicarbonated soda and baking powder in it to try and loosen up the stuff like we did on the other 2 here. I've got a siphoning system on these so that when you fill up one or take water from one, it'll drip down. But let me take you over this way. So the jungle's still there. This is getting weeded today, hopefully. This is the plan. But on this side where the unfilled water butt is, I want to try and make this into a flagged area, and then I'm going to erect an open pagoda type. It's going to have a solid roof on it to collect rainwater, but it's going to be for where we can do potting on, pricking out and stuff when in the summer, so we've got some shade, because there's no shade in this area really apart from a bit on the trees, to get out of the midday sun and stuff. So that's going to be there. This area here, once it's been dug over, the big hole there was a concrete post that was just buried, bit of metal with big, you can see, I'll try and zoom in, you can see them concrete posts there. So in this area, once, like I said, I'm gonna erect a picket fence for Haley because she wants a white picket fence, which is not a problem, and I'm gonna bring it along and down to about this area here where I'm standing, and I'm going to create a garden border around the edge, and in the middle I'm actually going to lay a lawn. And now people will think, why are you doing a lawn in your allotment? It's for grass clippings, because I can't source them from anywhere, so it'll give us somewhere nice to sit and have a picnic in the summer, etc., and our granddaughter to play on, and it's going to give us the grass cuttings we need for our compost. And cutting it every 3 weeks will give us a good amount of mulch for the summer months, etc. These areas here, which have got all the weeds on, are going to be from there more pallet colour beds going all the way down to where the black covered IBC is, and these are going to be more beds. So as you can see, we've still got soil here from when we excavated where the greenhouse and the shed is up at the top, so that needs to all be sorted out and weeded. But this is what I've decided I'm going to do. I'm going to take it up to the top now and then work my way back. Like I said about harvest in the previous video, these are aubergines. They're only small, but I've had 20 yesterday which we harvested. We've got the plum orange tomatoes there, which are going to be taken for seed as well, and we've got orange cherry tomatoes as well. These are the summer fruit and raspberries. I have to make a frame for these. So the growth that you see here is all this year's growth, so they will be what the summer fruit and raspberries form on next year, so that's a good sign. We've only got a couple of the mid-season raspberries here, but I don't know how to treat them, whether they get treated like summer fruiting or they get treated like autumn fruiting. I'm going to have to ask Thompson and Morgan for that. Needs a bit of a weed. The autumn fruiting raspberries from Thompson and Morgan, that was the only one that actually survived. All the rest are transplants that I've taken from this plot that were already here, so hopefully they start to buck up. There's a couple at the end I think just dried out too much, but this is the new part that we've done. So where the 3 blueberry bushes are, that was where the sweet corn was on this plot. So this is gonna, from the greenhouse going down, is gonna be a huge fruit cage, which I'm gonna build myself. I've got plans in my head. They only survive in lavender because I didn't take care of them well enough, and when I was on holiday they dried out and died. And on this bit here we've got 2 new additions, which are thornless blackberries bushes, so I need to make a frame for them. I had some beetroot multi-sown which didn't do very well because of the weather conditions with it being so hot, so I've just planted them in here for now to see how they go. We've got some of the golden raspberries that also dried out that were in a bucket for transplanting, so I'm hoping that they may, now that they've been placed in the ground, may take back off. Coming down to here, this where the wheelbarrow is going to be where the 2 grapevines are going to be placed, one at one end and one at the other, and then a framework made up. In this bed here, which has got the little pom-pom sunflowers, I'm going to actually dig up the 4 blackcurrant bushes that I've got in these pallet collars at the moment and transplant them. I know I've only just transplanted them last year, but I think they're going to do better being in the ground. And then the new bed here where the flag is, that'll be in line with that pallet collar, is going to have the red currants and the 2 white currants that Terry King sent me, so thank you again for them, Terry. And then I'm going to make another bed here, and it's going to have the gooseberries in. So those beds will then be freed up for crops, which I can net easier. I.e. for the allium leaf miner, I'm going to maybe try and grow onions and garlic in these beds. So that's that. Where the trees are, we've got the pear tree, the apple tree and the plum tree. The 2 apples from the other plot are going to go there and there. So this is going to be the fruit plot really, apart from the few beds going along this area which will be veg, and then obviously from say that black bucket going down will be a manicured lawn. And I'm going to try and also grow a rosemary hedge, which will be nice to try. And then this area will be flagged with a pagoda built on it, with a roof for more rainwater harvesting. with 3 compost bays, and where the polytunnel is on Haley's, I've said that we're going to move it up to this area. That area is going to be turned into beds, but also flower beds as well for dahlias and things like that. The sweet peas, I'll be moving down there, etc. So big plans, big changes, but we'll see how it goes. As I said, time, weather and work and family take priority or give you less opportunities or more opportunities, whichever way you look to do your allotments. So I hope you've enjoyed this little plot tour. I'm just going to move back down to the path, and I'm going to try and give you a bit more of a aerial view as I put up the camera stick, so you can see how the plot looks from higher up. Hopefully this works. I won't know till I'll look back on the video myself and see what it looks like. Well, that's it from the Reddish Rascals. I hope you enjoyed this plot tour on Bank Holiday Monday, and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks for now. Bye.